Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a grocery haul for you today. We have a little bit of household stuff, but mostly groceries. And if you can't tell by this section right here, my husband did come with us this time. So we spent more than we normally do, like the last couple weeks. I think we spent 185. Some of it was household, so not all of it was groceries, but we spent 185 at Walmart.
Donut.
Yeah, you see the donuts in the camera? And then I did a small fries grocery order on their app, and I'm going to pick that up in about an hour, and that was mostly meat. I will hopefully remember to show you guys that, but we mostly got our meat because we don't like to get meat from Walmart. Well, not like fresh raw meat. We don't like to get from Walmart. So we got that at Fry's, and then I also grabbed some water at Fry's. So I am going to go pick that up in about an hour. Let me jump right in here to all the snacks. We got these. When we go hungry, this is what happens. Well, when he goes hungry, this is what happens. He has a huge sweet tooth. Anyways, so we got these toasted Ritz, and there's a wing flavor that we really like. It's a mango habanero flavor, and my husband saw these and he thought they looked really good.
Here's a monster.
Go get it.
Okay.
And so he got those. We already busted into them actually, and they are pretty good. They're playing in the background, so you might hear some yelling. And then he really likes Reese's. So anytime we see something Reese's, he gets pretty excited about it. So he got these to try, and he already opened some of these boxes already and put them away, and I just got everything back out because as soon as we came home, I laid the kids down and I had to take everything back out. So anyways, so he got those to try. I'm not a fan of this stuff, so I won't eat it. I don't eat these either. These kind of like bars and stuff are for him. Now these are mine though. I did get these for me this time because I don't usually get myself a treat like this. And then he got a box of these strawberry Nutri-Grain bars. Like I said, these are for me. I like the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts. And then he got some peanut butter cookies, and you're going to see another pack of peanut butter cookies that I told him not to get these because we had the other ones, but he said he just wanted extra. So he got these too, and he got Nutter Butters. Can you tell he was hungry? We also got these donuts, which we've already eaten most of them. There's a couple left. I'm not a fan of this jam one, so hopefully he'll eat that one. But I got 2 of these noodle, broccoli cheddar noodle sides. We like these. We also like this Spanish rice one. I say in most of my hauls I've been trying to make things more homemade, but it's kind of hard when this stuff is around, and convenience foods are a little more convenient with this new chapter of life right now. So I am working on some things. I do plan on making some homemade bagels. I've made in previous videos. I've made some other things homemade, but we're just kind of doing what works for me. Week to week, we're going week to week. So we do have a toddler, and we have an infant who's only a couple months old, not even a couple months old yet. So convenience things, I will start making things more homemade, but right now I still like to have these convenience things as we are trying to get a solid routine, which is getting better, but it's still difficult. I got a big thing of rice. This is a 5-pound bag of rice. I got these. I really like this kind of stuff. My husband's not a big fan of this stuff, so I only get this once in a while to make myself for a lunch. So there's 2 in there, so that will be 2 lunches for me. I'm excited. I actually saw something on TikTok yesterday about these, so I'm excited for those. I got some orzo. That's going to be a couple dinners for us. I like to make this like creamy Parmesan orzo for like a side one night with dinner. And then we got this shells and cheese. Got some root beer. I really like Barq's root beer. It's really the only brand of root beer I like to drink. And lately I've been wanting a little bit of soda. So we got a small pack of that. We usually don't drink a lot of things other than coffee and water, sometimes juice, but that's pretty rare. Sometimes soda, but that's rare. Like, we'll get this for the week and we'll both share this, and like we'll each have 3 for the whole week. But yeah, we don't drink a lot of stuff like that. The most of the stuff we drink is coffee and water. Speaking of coffee, we got this huge thing of coffee. And then I got some mopping cloths. I have more household stuff right over here. But we got some mopping cloths. And then they got this toy. They're actually playing with it right now. It's like, they're kind of like, it's kind of like a Frisbee, but it's Velcro. So when you throw that ball, oh, he's going to come and show you. This is what it looks like, and this part is Velcro, so when you throw the ball on it, the ball sticks, so it just helps her to learn how to catch it easier. So anyways, they got that toy. It was only $5 too, and it comes with 2 of these and then 1 ball. Starting over here, speaking of juice, we got this juice. This will last a couple weeks though. And then we got another thing of creamer. I did like making the homemade coffee creamer. I like how it tasted, but I've just been drinking this. And then, because he likes hazelnut creamer, so we get that anyways, instead of making a homemade one. So I've just been drinking this. So we got a gallon of milk, got some pickles. I plan to make some homemade crispy chicken sandwiches one night for dinner. So I got these for that. Got some spicy jalapeno refried beans, green enchilada sauce, and a red enchilada sauce. I usually like to make homemade green enchilada sauce, but just for a little more convenience for this week, one of the dinners I want to make is just like some shredded chicken cooked in the sauce over some rice, and maybe I don't know, something else on the side with that, maybe some refried beans on the side. But just like an easy dinner that I can probably throw it in the crock pot, just some chicken breast, throw this on top of it, and let that cook in the crock pot. I really do like the canned enchilada sauce, but when I have the energy, I like to make it homemade. It just is a lot fresher of a taste than the canned stuff, but they're both good. And then for cheese, we got 1 block of Colby Jack cheese, got some string cheese. These are the cookies that I was just talking about, the refrigerated ones that you have to bake. He grabbed those as well. Got some sliced cheese, the fake cheese, but it's just so delicious. And then we got some of this sliced cheese for sandwiches. This is more for burgers and quesadillas, and if we do grilled cheese, like, it's a good melting cheese. This is good for just like sandwiches, in my opinion. Got some grated Parmesan, and then got 2-pack of cream cheese. My husband wanted some hot dogs, so we got the all beef hot dogs, and then these beef hot links are also really good. We got an 18-pack of eggs, some broccoli. We got a thing of lettuce, 1 cucumber. We have a whole carton of strawberries, like a 2-pound, almost 2-pound carton of strawberries, and some raspberries, as well as apples, and we have a few bananas still, so we didn't need a ton of produce. Oh, I actually have stuff in the freezer I need to grab out. And then we got corn tortillas. We ran out of all our tortillas, except our big burrito ones. So we got corn tortillas. I like to make homemade tortilla chips with these instead of buying bags of tortilla chips. They're just way better. And then I got a thing of the fajita tortillas, hot dog buns for the hot dogs, hamburger buns for burgers, and the chicken sandwiches. And then over here, my husband got this stuff, except the paper. Oh, we got a pineapple too. And then we got 2 of the cheap paper towels, and then this stuff my husband grabbed. He grabbed some of these big contractor trash bags, a 2-pack of these dude wipes, and then he just got some travel hand sanitizer and these, I'm not sure what this is, emergency phone charger. I don't know. He grabbed them at checkout and threw them in there. So that's that. Let me grab the frozen stuff. For the frozen stuff, I just got a bag of fries, some cauliflower. There's a quesadilla that I really like to make, and it's just a can of chickpeas and then 1 package of cauliflower. You put it in the air fryer for, I think I usually do it for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then I just mix some buffalo sauce. Once it's done, I just toss it in some buffalo sauce. And then with the quesadilla, I take the delicious fake cheese, put some of that on there, put the chickpea, cauliflower, buffalo mixture on top of it, more cheese, and then I, cook that in the pan a little bit. It is so good, so easy. So I got cauliflower for that. And then, I don't know if I said corn. I think I did. Got some corn. And then I just want to show you guys how the fridge looks. So I just wanted to show you kind of what stuff we already have before I put everything away in the fridge. Over here, this is almost a full thing of heavy cream. I like to keep cold waters in here. I don't like room temperature water. I only like it cold. I do have ice cubes, but sometimes it's so much easier just to throw that in there. And then I don't have to fill up the ice cube tray all the time. And then this is just some coffee, extra coffee, because I like iced coffee during the summertime. So I after it's brewed, when it's cooled down, I put it in a jar and I put it in the fridge so I can have iced coffee the next day. Have some buttermilk. I'm going to use this for, you'll see later, I got chicken tenders. And I'm going to do some breaded chicken tenders. And this is also going to be for the chicken sandwiches. You marinate your chicken in buttermilk and it just makes it way more tender. We already had this. This isn't something I just got, but I got those things and put those meals on my menu because I had the buttermilk. So that's kind of how I do it too when I make my meal plan. I look at what we have and what kind of stuff I can make to use up the stuff we have. So we had a bunch of this heavy cream too, which is why I got the orzo and the Parmesan, so we can make that side dish and use this up. I like to put a splash in my coffee, but I wouldn't use all of it before it went bad. We already had some creamer and then a bunch of condiments. I don't need to go over those juices. I've actually been in there a while, so I need to dump those out probably. You gonna wash the dishes? Thank you. And then, like I said, we had some raspberries. We have almost a full container of strawberries. We've got a bag of apples back there, a few oranges, a whole thing of carrots, a few tomatoes. Yeah, be careful. And then back there is just some condiments, some salsas. That big thing is from Sam's Club. That's the yogurt I like. That's about half full, and I know it's still good. This is eggs. There's still quite a few in here, half a carton, but I always like to get more eggs because we've been doing hard-boiled eggs recently, so I wanted to just get more in case I do baking and stuff as well. I just like to have them, and they last quite a bit, and they won't go to waste. This is muffins that I pulled out of the freezer that I made in a video a few weeks ago. I had this bag in the freezer, so I just pulled it out for some breakfast or snacks or whatever, so we're going through that. This is salted caramel that I made. If you guys haven't seen, I just posted a cake tasting box, a shorts of my cake tasting box that I made for my home bakery business, and this was just some extra salted caramel, and I like it in my coffee, so that's why I have that in here. That's just some extra buttercream. This is jam, homemade jam, and just some leftovers, condiments, some watermelon. That's leftovers from last night. This is actually baking stuff, so that's not for us really, that's for my baking. And then in here we have a lot of shredded cheese still. That's a little bit of sliced cheese. We have a whole pack of turkey bacon plus like a quarter. That is almost an entire thing of turkey. I just opened it yesterday. One more string cheese in there, and then a whole thing of mozzarella cheese. In here we have half a pack of the cookie dough, and then that cream cheese is almost gone. Here is the freezer. This is actually all baking stuff up here except for these couple breadsticks. This is all baking stuff. We got these at Sam's Club the other day. And then we have mostly fruit, a couple things of vegetables in here, and then just a little bit of meat. But we definitely need to get more of that. So that's what the freezer looks like. And then this is the pantry. We have plenty of cereal. We have some sweet potatoes and gold potatoes back there. I have a little bit of mac and cheese, some Spanish rice, pastas, bread stuff. And then that down there is all baking stuff. And then this is like pasta sauces, soups, canned stuff, tuna. So that is how it's looking. This up here is usually like snacks and breakfast. So we have some oatmeal, some breakfast stuff here. That's sugar, leftover cookies from Sam's Club. And then this is usually snacks and crackers and stuff like that. So anyways, so that is the haul from Walmart, and then I will show you guys what we get from Fry's after I pick it up. So I just picked up our order from Fry's. I stopped to get gas, so I'm just going to show you so I don't forget when I get home, and I can just put it all away. We got a case of water. We got one thing of distilled water. In here, we got a big pack of chicken. And then we got a big pack of chicken tenderloins. I'm actually gonna put these in my insulated bag, even though we're right down the street. And then a 2-pound thing of ground beef. This was on sale for $13 for 2 pounds, and it's less fatty than the one we usually get. So that's why I got that. We still have a couple pounds in the freezer. Throw that in there. And that is what we got from Fry's. And my total for Fry's with all that meat was $47 and change. I know I've mentioned in previous videos that I do have a home bakery business. I did take a break for a couple of months after having our son, but I am starting to take more orders and I have some coming up. But I don't really make my channel about that. It's not really what I wanted my channel to be about. But since I'm going to be doing it a lot more, if you guys would like to see baking content, let me know and I can definitely start recording that as well. I wanted to show you guys these cake tasting boxes that I make. I offer these every other Thursday, and they're not just for people to order for weddings. That's generally why people get cake tasting boxes, but I mean, people can order them for any occasion. But they come with 6 different cake flavors, and then they get 4 different fillings. I like to do it this way so they can try different flavor combinations with the fillings. And so my flavors that are in this box are a white vanilla bean cake with vanilla buttercream, and then a chocolate fudge cake with chocolate ganache, and then the confetti cake, red velvet cake, and lemon blueberry cake all have a cream cheese buttercream, and then my cookies and cream cake comes with a cookies and cream buttercream. But these are $30, and they were popular this last Thursday that I did them, so I am going to continue to do them every other Thursday. If you guys want to see more of this kind of content, let me know. But that is all for today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.